What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? We are back for week 3 of the Carolina Panthers franchise. After coming off of a dominating performance of a 54-10 victory over the Philadelphia Eagles, the Carolina Panthers are going to be going up against the Kansas City Chiefs this season, or this week. We're going to take a look at the weekly awards, and of course, we didn't win anything in week 1, but Luke Kuechly did. Luke Kuechly had 16 tackles and 6 forced fumbles on his way to NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Nice job, Luke Kuechly. We're going to be going up against cover athlete Patrick Mahomes. I feel like we're going to pretty much slow him down. I don't feel like we'll neutralize him. I have a good feeling that we will slow him down, though. And I'm not going to lie, I do feel like my commentating has gotten a little bit better over the course of me playing the stream. It's week 3, and you know what that means. It means it's time to go scouting. We have a bunch of 7th round picks, and we don't even get a 1st round pick. We have 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 7th. So we're going to be needing to look at those positions in those spots. Fullback isn't really a focal point. I think that Alex Arma is going to be our long-term guy, at least for the foreseeable future, as long as I can see him being until he retires, I guess, or until he gets too expensive. Maybe we end up having to draft someone younger, maybe someone stronger. I don't know. We'll see. However, with Greg Olsen getting much older, tight end is a need, and looking at 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 7th. We're going to take a look. Lane Lentz is a projected 3rd rounder. We'll take a look at him possibly. Isaac Wood has horrendous catching and would be a 4th rounder. We don't even have a 4th round pick. And then Ryan Worthington is a 3rd round player in the 5th round. So he's an early 3rd rounder that we might actually get to snag. So we'll see what we can do with him. I like that. He has good spec catch, good catching, and decent short route running. 6'5", 251. Ryan Mays is a good vertical threat, and looks like he's projected to be later round than he is. And then Eli Bean looks like to be an undrafted guy. Cade Stout, projected 6th round pick. And unfortunately, we're going to have some extra points left over, because I didn't really think this out very well. Oh well. So we have 5 points left over, unfortunately. Still undecided on the Cam Newton situation. I think re-signing him would be the best option, based on how he plays. Yes, he's not scheme fit. Yes, he's, an improviser versus a strong arm. And yes, he hasn't leveled up in a bit, but I don't know. I feel like Cam Newton, he's not going to progress too much more because he's over 30. He will no longer be progressing, and he will be on the way to regression. Same thing with Eric Berry. Eric Berry might be scheme fit, but he's no longer on the way to super exceptional progression. He's going to be on the way to regression, and the only way that they're going to get a lot of points for a lot of experience points is with just making really big plays in games. I don't think I'm any longer going to be focusing on him as in practice. I think Luke Stamey, Ian Thomas, and unfortunately I really don't think Des Bryant either any longer. If we're looking at age, Luke Kuechly's is 29 years old. He's going to be regressing very soon, within this next year or the next couple of years. He will be regressing. Dante Jackson, Gerald McCoy is 32. Dante Jackson might be somebody, but he already makes enough big plays and he already levels up enough. Taylor Moton is 26. DJ Moore's 23, and he's going to need to be the next Des Bryant. He's going to need to become better in that position. So we're going to go ahead and play the offensive portion, try and get that gold, and then we'll go ahead and move into the game against the Chiefs. And I don't know about this game against the Chiefs, and we're already trying to shop around Greg Olsen and Gerald McCoy, but Gerald McCoy came out last week and sacked, Carson Wentz twice. I kind of want to take him off, but
we've got to have a great practice today. There's no other option.
We'll see.
17 weeks, we strap it up and we get better each week.
I don't quite think. Sorry, the guy interrupted me. I don't quite think that Will Grier is ready to start at quarterback. I think that possibly next year. But I don't foresee Will Grier being ready yet. Oh, we need to get these golds, because these golds give everybody good XP, and I want everybody to be leveling up more. I don't know where that was going. There we go. Right in the middle. Nice job, Trent Taylor, to move the chains. I don't know how long we'll have Trent Taylor either. I don't know how long we'll have a lot of these veteran receivers, because, again, salary cap space is a bit of a problem. There's Curtis Samuel, who could get a little bit more involved. And maybe we trade Dez Bryant. I really don't want to get rid of some of these guys because I know how good they are. And because I don't want to trade them for players that I'm unsure of how good they are. Or trade for players that are unproven or that I've never played with. And so it creates a difficulty because it means that... Oh, there we go. There's Dez. I would like Dez Bryant to have a legacy here. And he's been playing like he will have a legacy here, and I would like to continue that. Nice job, Ian. And players like Ian Thomas, who come out as backups, who have gotten a few plays, who've made a few good plays, are the players that I like to build around because they come up. We have a veteran starter in front of them who makes a solid amount of plays, who does what they can. But there's nothing else you can do. Going into the season 2-0, we are still shopping Greg Olsen. We can take a look at the trade block. For wide receiver, there's Albert Antonio Callaway, Josh Reynolds, Miles Boykin, Mac Hollins is available. Trey Quinn's a pretty good slot guy. We can look for D tackles. Larry Ogunjobi is being shopped around. Malcolm Brown is being shopped around. That's who they wanted to get rid of, is Malcolm Brown. Now, he's not scheme fit, but he does take up cap space. Right end. So I think that Jordan Willis is being shopped. He's really good because he's fast. He has 87 speed coming off of a defensive end position. And he's got 74 power rusher because he has those crazy power moves. Where's his power? Where are his moves? It's not crazy, but he has 72 power move. He could be very good. He could be a potential. Nathan Shepard. Charles Harris is pretty good too. I don't need a right outside linebacker. I think who we've got is fine. Strong safety. Sean Williams is too old. A lot of these guys are too old. Armani Hooker, Rudy Ford, Jared Wilson, Marcel Harris, Jordan Whitehead, Armani Watts, Saquon Hampton. They're saying left outside linebacker too. I think we're fine. Tahir Whitehead, Damian Wilson, Ryan Anderson, Terrell Basham, DeAndre Walker, Duke Riley's not bad. He's a tackle machine. I need speed rushers. I don't know. I'm not really seeing anybody that's worth, what about corners? Quincy Wilson's being shopped. Charlton Davis, Jordan Lewis, Julian Love, Nate Hairston, Armani Oruware, I believe is Oruware. I really don't know how you pronounce his last name. Owurie, I believe is how you pronounce it. I believe how I just said it is how you pronounce it. Halfbacks, Mark Ingram's being shopped because he's 30. Jerick McKinnon, Duke Johnson, Darius Geis is being shopped? What? DG is being shopped around? If I would have known that, I would have traded for him instead of Bryce Love. Oh well. No fullbacks really. Wide receivers. What about tight ends? Any good tight ends? Christopher Herndon, Demetrius Harris. A lot of them, of course, much older guys. Johnny Smith out of Bama. Or no, FIU, sorry. I'm not thinking of the right guy. Christopher Herndon is out of Miami. See, the problem is that a lot of these teams don't really have cap space for the players that I'd be trading. Like, Will Dissly, I could trade, Dalton Schultz. We'll take a look. We'll look later. I don't want to take up too much time in the beginning. So here we go. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right on into it. Panthers are 2-0, going up against the 1-1 Kansas City Chiefs, who have dropped in overall down to a 75. We'll see if the Panthers can come away with a win. Let's not skip the intro this time. I want to see the players come out. I like to see them run out onto the field. And I really hope, and I'm really glad to see all the people that watch this. I'm really glad to see the views that I'm getting. And I mean, we've thrown 5 touchdowns for 4 picks, which isn't all that great. We need to work on that. But Greg Olsen hasn't even caught a pass yet for any kind of yardage. It's all been Ian Thomas. Like I said, there's a lot that I'd like to see. Here's EA Sports presenting Madden NFL 20 with the Kansas City Chiefs going up against the Carolina Panthers at home. Carolina's coming in 2-0, and Kansas City coming in with something to prove. They're going to need to make a lot happen. Now, we have played the Chiefs. We played them in the preseason. And we'll see if that translates to the regular season. We'll see if they can come out and beat us in the regular season. They've got some dangerous weapons. Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, Patrick Mahomes. We've got a very solid offensive line, and they've got a defense that can occasionally cause some problems. They've got a very solid defensive lineman in Chris Jones. And we'll see if anyone else comes out and makes some big plays. There's Dez Bryant. There's a look at our rookie, one of our rookie linebackers, number 52. And then Greg Olsen coming out right behind him. Jordan Scarlett and Bryce Love are the dual back threat that we have in the backfield. Jordan Scarlett, 25 carries, 126 yards, 2 touchdowns, and his longest run was for 46 yards. Jordan Scarlett has been absolutely killing it. He killed it his first season. Coming out in his second season, he's already off to a fast start. And we're hoping to keep him going on that. And here's a look at the cover athlete, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes has a cannon. He's not afraid to use it. Here's Michael Pilardi on to kick us off as we start week 3 of the 2020 season. Out comes number 39, bringing it out to the 26-yard line after the return from Michael Pilardi. And out comes Patrick Mahomes. Take a look at his stats on the season so far. 470 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He's going to come out and try and take his 1-1 team and bring them to 2-1. And try and put the Panthers at a loss today. We'll see if Mahomes can do that. Mahomes comes out under center with 3 tight ends to his right side. In the backfield is number 30. He drops back. He's firing this one deep to Tyreek Hill. And the big play on the first play goes for 48 yards. And Tyreek Hill is someone we are going to have to lock up, as he is one of the fastest. He is the fastest receiver in the game, and he's going to be looking to go deep to Tyreek all game long. First play goes 48 yards. Eric Berry in coverage, and Eric Berry might not be the man to cover Tyreek Hill today. I think we might have to change that up, and we're going to have to move the fastest on fastest, and that's going to be a little bit difficult because that's going to make sure that Dante Jackson is on Tyreek Hill. We'll hope that that's enough. Dropping back for Mahomes, firing a quick pass and caught by Tyreek Hill, who moves the chains forward down to the 15-yard line, picks up another first down. We're going to need to send some pressure here. Need to lock up these Chiefs receivers. This could be dangerous. Here's number 30, gets the handoff, and he's going to get wrapped up after only a gain of a few. It's Edwards. Here's a look at the Chiefs' offense. Mitchell Schwartz is the stable right tackle who's had a very successful career. And here's Gus Edwards, Darwin Thompson, Sammy Watkins, Tyreek Hill, and of course Travis Kelce. Mitchell Schwartz, like I said, the former Cleveland Brown, who's come out as a Chief and played some of the best football from a right tackle standpoint you'll ever find. And that's a touchdown to Tyreek Hill on the first drive. It only took 4 plays. That was way too quick. 8.5 minutes still left in this first quarter, and Patrick Mahomes puts his team on the board. The Chiefs are one of the teams that I'm very scared of this 2020 season, especially in this game, because of this fact. Now, the only time we would meet them is in we would only meet them in the Super Bowl after the regular season. Adam Vinatieri to put them up 7-0. Our offense is going to have to come out and really play hard. Back to return is DeAndrew White, hoping to help bring this Carolina Panthers offense back to some good field position. There's a good block, and he's going to get hit hard as he goes down to the 27. Out comes Cam Newton. Super Cam's stats to this point: 390 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Cam Newton is on a contract year right now, and he's looking to put up some phenomenal numbers if he's wanting to maintain a contract. We're going to come out in the read option to start. We'll be watching that right end right there. It's technically the left end. And he goes down, and Cam Newton's going to roll. Cam Newton's going to scramble. Cam Newton with big speed! And he's going to carry it for 22 yards on the first play of the game. Cam Newton on a read option play shows how good he is. He's really vying for that contract. He wants it. There's a lot of players in contract years. Greg Olsen also in a contract year. In the pistol for Cam Newton, to his right is Arma, and right behind him is Jordan Scarlett. Jordan Scarlett coming out. He's got an open lane. He's going to cut back. He's going to cut inside and pick up a gain of about 17. I was going to say about 15, but Jordan Scarlett off to a fast start just as well. They're down to the 35-yard line in only 2 plays. A very hot start for the Panthers offense. We'll see if they can score here on their first drive. Cam Newton, handoff, Scarlett, and he's going to get racked up right away by number 50, Darren Lee. Here's a look at the Panthers offense. A very solid offensive line. Just stayed the same other than their left guard. And the backs and receivers, the only player that's changed is Ian Thomas and Jordan Scarlett. I'm really excited to see what this team can do this season. And I think this team has potential to be a very good team for the future. And a good block going forward. Bryce Love with a nice run, wrapped up there by number 43. Here's a look at the Kansas City Chiefs defense. Breland Speaks, Frank Clark, Chris Jones, and Derek Nunati. Darren Lee, Dorian O'Daniel, and Anthony Hitchens at the linebacker. And your defensive backs: Michael Davis, Tyrann Mathieu, Juan Thornhill, and Shontavious Ward, I believe. Or Shontravious Ward. Bringing out a 3rd and 5 for Cam Newton in the Panthers offense. 3 tight ends to his right, and Scarlett in the backfield with Dez to his left. He drops back, he fires over the middle, and this one is to Jeremy Sprinkle. And Sprinkle makes a big move. Nice job, Jeremy, for a 12-yard reception. Makes a nice catch and run. And again, someone other than Greg Olsen at tight end making plays. He gets a nice catch. He breaks through the first contact and fights forward. Picks up a first down. Nice job, Jeremy, to move the chains. Curtis Samuel in the game on the right side. Dropping back, firing. No, he's getting sacked. That's Anthony Hitchens coming from that outside linebacker spot. He gets there. That brings him down 2nd and 18. Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 25-yard line for Cam Newton and company. Cam Newton drops back. He lets it loose to Bryce Love. Bryce Love with open space, and he's going to drive down to the 2-yard line. A nice pitch and catch for Bryce Love to move it. 14 rack yards for Bryce. Here we go. Coming out in a power formation to the right side, looking for Jordan Scarlett to get in here. Watch that blitz, and he's going to get swallowed up in the backfield for a loss of 5. Scarlett, not a great start here. At least not on that play. Coming out, Bryce Love to the right of Cam Newton. Ian Thomas is also on the right side of the field. Dropping back, he's firing a screen, and looks like Chris Jones there to break it up. Now it's a 3rd and goal at the 7. Going to be looking for a touchdown here. Need to tie it up. Des Bryant is on the left side. Dropping back for Cam. He's going to fire that over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. Big hit on Des as he tried to catch it. Brings up 4th down. Carolina is going to have a deficit after this drive. Now they go up on the board with 3 and avoid a scoreless drive. It comes out with points as Graham Gano puts it up for 3. 5 minutes, 10 seconds left in this first quarter of play as Kansas City leads 7-3. Back to return is number 39. He takes it out just shy of the 5, and he's bringing it out. He brings it down to the 30-yard line, and a nice return by, looks like, Jamal Agnew. Here we go. Coming out 2 tight ends for the Chiefs. Pat Mahomes still in the zone. And it's going to be a handoff to Gus Edwards. And Gus Edwards met by Trey Boston after a gain of 4. Here's going to be a look at the Panthers' defense. D-line is Kawan Short, Joe McCoy, and Luke Stamey in the middle. Brian Burns and Shaquem Griffin with Luke Kuechly and Shaq Thompson prowling in the middle. And then Dante Jackson, Eric Reed, Trey Boston, and Eric Berry playing out there. He's motioning number 87, Travis Kelce over. Another handoff to Gus Edwards. Gus Edwards picks up a 1st down on that carry. He's 3 for 17 so far. Moving the chains for the Chiefs. Chiefs driving now down to the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 for Pat Mahomes. He's going to drop back a 5-step drop and immediately sacked. Shaquem Griffin comes right after him. That's back-to-back sacks in back-to-back games. Shaquem Griffin comes right out and wraps him up. Like I said, I see a lot of potential and a lot of talent in this guy, and he comes out and wraps him right up. A beautiful start for him as he comes sprinting through, untouched. Pat Mahomes goes down. Shaquem Griffin with a great start on that play. Here we go. Mahomes in the gun. He's no longer in the zone. Dropping back, and an incomplete screen pass as he's wrapped up on Gerald McCoy, who came screaming. Again, Gerald McCoy, who signed a contract already recently, who's being shopped around, and he knows it. He's trying to make sure people know he's worth keeping. Under pressure, and wrapped up, forced fumble. It's scooped up by Vernon Butler, and Gerald McCoy, speak of the devil, is the one to wrap him up for the sack. Gerald McCoy with a big hit. Kawan Short right there, and Vernon Butler to scoop up the fumble. Mahomes' first mistake of the game. Short comes through and he just lights him up. Comes screaming through, lights him up, gives him a big shove, forces that fumble. Gerald McCoy knows that he's being shopped around, and he does not want to be traded or cut or released. He wants to stay as long as he can. Bryce Love's first carry on this second drive picks up a gain of about 2. Here comes Cam Newton in the gun. Des Bryant far to the left. Dropping back. Doing the pressure, firing over the middle, and that's incomplete. Nice job, number 44 there to break up that pass. Brings up a 3rd and 8 already. A 3rd and goal, or a 3rd and long for the Panthers. Dropping back for Cam Newton. He feels the pressure. He's going to use his legs and do something he's good at doing, and he's going to wrap up by Darren Lee. Get wrapped up at the 13, moving the chains for 1st down. Nice job, Cam Newton. Coming out, Cam Newton under center. It's a toss to the outside, and Jordan Scarlett wrapped up by Darren Lee. Darren Lee roving that middle of the field. Playing very good football for the Chiefs at middle linebacker coming from the Jets. Cam Newton in the gun, drops back. He's looking, firing. That's a Des Bryant touchdown. Des Bryant gets in for his first receiving. That's 3 on the season so far. He has scored in every game so far. Graham Gano's extra point goes up and good as he scores the game. Or he gives the Panthers a 3-point lead as they score a touchdown. Mike Pilardi out to kick off and send this one to Jamal Agnew, one of the more dangerous kick returners in the league as well. He's got open space, almost breaks away there, brings it out to the 27-yard line, brought down by James Bradbury. Here we go, coming out, sending a blitz here. Mahomes under center, 3 tight ends to the left, and Gus Edwards in the backfield. He drops back, 5-step drop. There's pressure, but that's Travis Kelce, who tries to lower his shoulder, but Brian Burns ain't having any of that. Last week, 7 receptions, 53 yards, and a touchdown. He's having a very good season so far in the first couple games. Mahomes in the gun with 2 tight ends to the right side. Quick dump off. Sammy Watkins breaks through an Eric Berry tackle, and he's going to get brought down after picking up a first down. Pat Mahomes 5 for 6 and 94 yards and a touchdown. Trying to send more pressure with Brian Burns, and they're going to need that if Brian Burns is to continue playing at the level that he plays. Speaking of Brian Burns, he breaks through the right tackle, but dumps off to Gus Edwards. Nice job. Here's a look at the draft class. They did release their 5th-round pick in a trade, I believe, but everyone else is still on the team. Mahomes lets loose, and a big hit coming from Trey Boston on Travis Kelce.
Let's go, baby.
But a first down nonetheless. Moving the chains, Mahomes is getting pretty comfortable here. 3 receiver set to the right side. Gus Edwards in the backfield. He drops back, lets loose again, and that's to number 85. Moving the chains for a gain of 3. Nice job by number 85, Will Tye. Mahomes empties it out this time. Empty set for Patrick. Drops back. Cannon fires. And it's a fumble. Kuechly. Trey Boston on the scoop and score. Trey Boston with space. He's going as fast as he can. He stiff arms Pat Mahomes out at the 13-yard line. Trey Boston has a fumble recovery and almost takes it to the house. Patrick Mahomes does a nice job. That's a Kuechly forced fumble. He had 6 of those last week. Mahomes to scoop up. It should have been Dante Jackson to scoop that. And Mahomes has the pursuit, and he's able to somehow get there after the stiff arm. Trey Boston not able to stay in bounds. There's a stiff arm, but he does get shoved out of bounds, unfortunately. Coming out, Carolina with 2 seconds left. They're going to get a chance to hand it off one time. And a handoff to Scarlett, who's going to stumble his way forward down to the 6-yard line. And that's going to end the first quarter of play. Carolina leads by only 3 as the Chiefs scored on their first drive. But a fumble and some dangerous plays it caused some mistakes. Here's DJ Moore. We're going to go end around for DJ. In motion, DJ. Here's the end around, and it's a DJ Moore touchdown on the trickery. His first career rushing touchdown on an end around. A beautiful play, and what trickery by the Panthers, coming out in a weird jet sweep. Will Greer snap down hold is good. And Graham Gano's attempt. Panthers take a 10-score lead as the Chiefs are now in a deficit. They led at the beginning, but the Panthers are a dangerous offense. They're very, very fast. They're very dangerous, and they're always on top of everything. So you've got to be careful. This defense is dangerous, but so is the Chiefs' offense. Their offense is fast and deadly. Mahomes dumps it off, and that's going to be caught by Gus Edwards out of the backfield. Picks up a gain of a yard. He's going to motion Kelce down. A handoff to Edwards. Edwards fighting his way down for another gain, called a gain of 7. Losing down 3rd and 2, needing a first down here for Pat Mahomes. It's a play-action play. A quick deep pass to Sammy Watkins and tipped up incomplete. 4th and 2. He's going to call it a punt. Back is DeAndrew White, the former Alabama kickoff return specialist. He comes out, and he's wrapped up immediately there by number 39, Jamal Agnew, the Chiefs kick returner. Coming out at the 28-yard line are the Panthers, looking to hand it off to Jordan Scarlett. It's a handoff. Scarlett makes his way downfield. He moves the chains for a big carry. It's a first down, and he moves it down for a gain of about 15. Here's Cam Newton, under center with 2 tight ends to the right side. The handoff to Scarlett. Scarlett wrapped up by Darren Lee there. Not able to get much. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Here's a handoff to Bryce Love. 2nd and 9 here in the gun for Cam Newton. Handoff, Bryce Love. And he's going to plow his way down and call it a gain of 9. Moves the chains down 3rd and inches. Here's Cam Newton in the gun here. Coming back for Cam. He's going to fire this one for Trent Taylor. And Trent Taylor's going to move the chains just a little bit. Brought down by number 22. First reception moves the chains 7 yards. Here's a motion. Jeremy Sprinkle. Another handoff. Jordan Scarlett up the middle. And a big hit and wrapped up there by Anthony Hitchens, the former Dallas Cowboy. Cam Newton comes out in the gun once again. Lets loose. That's DJ Moore on the reception on the right side of the field. Cam Newton, play action. To the left side this time, and it's almost caught by Des Bryant in double coverage. Brings up a 2nd and 10. Cam Newton in the gun. It's a counter play for Bryce Love, wrapped up immediately. Darren Lee all over the field today. Brings up a 3rd and 7. Cam Newton in the gun right now. He drops back. He's looking, firing. This is to DJ Moore, incomplete. Number 29 was on the coverage that time. Brings out a field goal attempt. Graham Gano's field goal is up, and he missed it to the right. Gives Kansas City the ball at the 28-yard line. Here we go. 3 tight ends to the left for Pat Mahomes. It's going to be a play action. Feeling the pressure. That's a catch by Travis Kelce. He moves the chains for a first down to the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Walk 54. You don't want none. Pick up the ball.
Oh, feeling the pressure, going deep. And that's caught by Tyreek Hill down to the 2-yard line. In coverage. He got absolutely mossed. That's Eric Reed. He's our big safety who just absolutely got mossed by Tyreek Hill. Trey Boston luckily was able to prevent a touchdown that time. Mahomes is in the zone. This could be dangerous. He fires, and it's caught by number 31 to move the chains in the end zone. That's Damian Williams. And that brings Kansas City to within 4. After the extra point, it should be to within 3. A field goal lead is kept by the Panthers. Adam Vinatieri extending his career, going to Kansas City. And the Chiefs to kick off. And that's Colquitt back to kick off as he returns it DeAndrew White. And DeAndrew gets wrapped up by Anthony Sherman, who's the fullback. Brings it out to the 29-yard line. with 4 minutes and 44 seconds. Cam Newton comes out in the gun looking to move some chains. He fires this one. Dez Bryant makes the catch this time, moves the chains. Nice catch, Dez. Looking to hand off to Jordan Scarlett here. We're going to motion Greg Olsen. So Olsen in motion. Shifts over to the left. It's a handoff. This time Jordan Scarlett trying to plow his way forward, wrapped up there by number 43. Cam Newton coming out, 2nd and 8 in the gun. He drops back. He's going to dump this one. It's Bryce Love making the catch. Then Jordan Scarlett in the backfield this time with 2 receivers to the left side. Ian Thomas to the right. It's trap block. Here's a handoff to Scarlett, and Scarlett picks up a gain of about 10. Moves the chains down to the 35. And a nice carry. 10 carries, 51 yards, about 5 yards a carry here for Jordan Scarlett this season so far, at least in this game. Cam Newton in the gun, drops back, feels the pressure. He's rolling out. He's motioning, firing, and incomplete. Had the pressure all in his face. No luck that time. Here's Cam Newton. Going to try a read option here. Watch that right side. It's going to be a handoff this time to Jordan Scarlett, who's going to carry for a couple. Not moving the chains too far. Gain of about 4 that time. Looking for a good play here. Here, stick and nod, one of my favorites. Watch Ian Thomas right here. I believe that's no Dez Bryant on the field right now. Ian Thomas, not open. He's firing. That's to Trent Taylor, and he's going to lose a yard there. Make it 4th and 7. 49 yards for a field goal for Graham Gano. It's up. And it's good, and that gives Carolina a 6-point lead. With 2 minutes and 1 second left, they're going to have to hope that this defense can wrap up some sacks or force some turnovers so the Panthers can get the ball back.
Come on now, let's go. Yellow.
Mahomes in the gun, 2-minute drill here for the Chiefs. Handoff to number 31. And a big carry for number 31. And that's going to bring up the 2-minute warning. Mahomes in the gun once again. He's running a screen. Caught by number 31. And he's going to be hit hard by Eric Reed. Dropping back for Patrick Mahomes. He's feeling the pressure all day. That's Gerald McCoy getting in there for his 2nd sack. That's 4 sacks in 3 games for Gerald McCoy. Is this going to be his career year? Is this going to be the reason we re-signed him? We're going to find out. Patrick Mahomes no longer in the zone, but still trying to drive on a 2-minute drill. Feels the pressure. He dumps off. Sammy Watkins makes the catch and run this time. 44 seconds left and brings up a 4th and 1. Are they going to go for it? Doesn't look like it. Does not look like it, but we're going to send the pressure anyway. Colquitt back to punt. And it's going to be way back and into the end zone with 4 seconds left as Carolina maintains a lead. Cam Newton's going to come out and get to do something he doesn't really do, which is take a knee. And that's going to end the first half of play. A very strong start by the Chiefs, but also a very good, very good retaliation by the Panthers. Here's a look at some of the halftime stats. There's the look there, passing the ball, not as much as running. But here's a look at the halftime report around the league. That's some of the games that are going on. A couple of good ones, and we'll see some of them right now. New Orleans is getting beat by Oakland, which is good for us, as New Orleans is 0-2 under Marquell Walker. Hopefully, Marquell Walker can have a much better career there. Indianapolis is playing at Tennessee, where Indianapolis is absolutely dominating. Andrew Luck has 4 touchdowns in only the first half of play. We'll find out if he continues that dominating streak. Washington playing at Philadelphia, where they lead by 4 points. Christian McCaffrey has 8 carries for 36 yards. Dwayne Haskins, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Eagles down by only 4. We're going to get back to the action here in Carolina, where Cam Newton and the Panthers handily have a hold on the game so far, lead by 6 as they do get the ball to start the second half. And they're hoping to extend this lead and keep the Chiefs from coming back. Back to return is DeAndrew White on the left side field at the hash. Brings it out, makes a move, and tries to break through some tackles, brings it out to the 34-yard line. A nice job by DeAndrew White. Be running a read option here to start, as we started out with that, and that was very successful for us. We'll see if they come down, which they do, and a lead and a no loss of yardage there for Jordan Scarlett. Brings up 2nd and 11. Nice job by O'Daniel. Coming out 2nd and 11 for Cam Newton in the gun. Ian Thomas, tight end to the right. He drops back. He's going to fire to the outside, and that's going to be DJ Moore on the right with a nice first down grab, and he's going to move the chains. Nice job, DJ Moore. So Dez Bryant to the left side. DJ Moore is going to be streaking down the right. Dropping back for Cam. And I think he's got him. I think he's got him deep. And it's incomplete. Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, to break up a potential touchdown. Sending a blitz, and Scarlett breaks through, but still is swallowed up in the backfield by the Chiefs' defense. Here's a look at Cam Newton in the gun again. He drops back. He's looking. He's firing. This is to Curtis Samuel. He's fast, and he's in the end zone. Curtis Samuel is one of the fastest receivers in the NFL right now. He has 97 speed. Tyree has 99. But Curtis Samuel is the second fastest. And the reason he's so good is because of Cam Newton. And he hasn't had much time to develop. He hasn't had a whole lot of opportunities to play due to Dez Bryant and the other receivers. There's Jordan Scarlett stiff-arming his way to the end zone for a 2-point conversion. And that gives us a 2-score lead. Michael Pilardi to kick off to start this Chiefs drive. As they're down 2 scores, they need some points. They need a touchdown this time. They've scored 2. They need more. Patrick Mahomes has been letting his cannon loose, but he's also been sacked 3 times already. Gerald McCoy is responsible for 2 of them. Shaq Griffin responsible for 1. Mahomes under center. Gus Edwards in the backfield with a 3-step drop. Mahomes dropping back even more. Feels the pressure, and he's going to get sacked. Kawan Short coming from that left side. That's 4 sacks today for this Carolina Panthers offense. Mahomes might be shaken up. Firing outside, and that's going to be caught by Sammy Watkins, the former Clemson receiver. Brings up a 3rd and 8. Needing a big play here on 3rd down. Moving the chains is required to keep this drive alive. Mahomes fires a dump off, and that's to number 31, and he's immediately met and wrapped up by Eric Berry. 4th and 10 for the Chiefs, as that's going to call upon Colquitt to punt, and DeAndrew White is going to be back to return. Cutting it outside, brought down by number 59, not able to pick up more. Brings it to the 41-yard line. So here we go. Scarlet in the backfield in Carolina. Cam Newton quiet in the crowd. So step down, block, and immediately met and wrapped up in the backfield for another loss of a yard. It's number 91. Nanati, who's absolutely killing it. Second and 11 for the Panthers offense. Cam Newton drops back. He's looking, firing, and that's incomplete, intended for Des Bryant. Pass broken up there by number 44, O'Daniel. Looks like they're sending a blitz from the middle linebacker here. Cam Newton empty set in the gun this time. No blitz. But Cam Newton is sacked by Chris Jones. He didn't have enough time for his receivers to get set downfield, and that's going to call upon a Michael Pilardi punt. And here's the punt. Back to return is Jamal Agnew, and this is going to go a little farther, or no, sorry, Tyreek Hill. Go a little bit farther than it should have, down at the 20. Out is going to come Mahomes, looking to make some big plays. Play action. Shaq Griffin knocked away by number 25, Eric Reed, intended for the tight end, Kelsey. Griffin was coming on some tremendous pressure that time. Dropping back from Mahomes, a quick pass, that's to Kelsey. And Kelsey in open field brings it down to the 41-yard line, a 20-yard reception, and a 12-yard rack catch for Kelsey. It's a motion and a handoff to Gus Edwards, who's met, not fooled, by Luke Kuechly. Like I said, Luke Kuechly is the best linebacker in the league at this point. He drops back. Mahomes with time. He's a fire outside, almost intercepted that time by Dante Jackson. Brings up 3rd and 12. Mahomes wants to move the chains here. He drops back. He's firing. That's a wide open Travis Kelce once again. And he moves the chains again. Down to the 34, first down. 27-yard reception that time. Dropping back. Firing outside, knocked away. Dante Jackson in coverage of Tyreek Hill. No more Andy Reid here in Kansas City, unfortunately. Mahomes. Cannon fires, and that's caught. Number 89 moving the chains. That's Westbrook. Play action for Mahomes. Slings it. And intercepted by James Bradbury. He has 2 this season. That's his 2nd pick of the year. And Bradbury picks it off in the end zone, intended, I believe, for Tyreek Hill. Let's watch this one more time. Intended that time for number 17. Oh, he got both feet down. He's in. That's a pick. A triple option this time. Let's see if we can do it again. Let's see if we can actually make it work. And Scarlet breaks one, but wrapped up. Triple option. Triple fail. Brings up a 2nd and 11. 3rd tackle for a loss for him today. Cam Newton comes out, play action. Slings it. Caught by DJ Moore, and he holds on. A 24-yard reception. So I'm curious. I want the aggressive catches deep. When I hawk it deep to Des Bryant, I want him to go up for it. Let's see if we can give him an opportunity here. 1st and 10 for Des. He slings it, going deep, and Des makes the catch fights through contact down to the 1.
Let's go, baby.
Dez Bryant, you are something special. You are ridiculous. What a play by Dez Bryant. Holy cow. Did not expect him to make that play. I expected that to get broken up. All the blocks for Scarlett, and he's in the end zone. He breaks through one tackle, and that scores for the Panthers. (35-14) with 2:41 left in the third. Here to kick off is Michael Pilardi. Kansas City has some scoring they need to do if they want to get back in this game. Jamal Agnew back to return. No return for him. Under center is Mahomes. Gus Edwards in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff to Gus Edwards, who's met and wrapped up immediately there by James Bradbury, who had the interception. Mahomes is looking for points. Draw play to number 31, who forces a fumble, and Shaq Thompson there to scoop it right back up. Big play there already. Cam Newton slings it. Dez Bryant, nice catch. Moves the chains. Incomplete, intended for Dez that time. DJ Moore could be one of the targets. Yes, he will be. Fires, and DJ Moore incomplete. He dropped it. Couldn't hold on through contact. Looking for first down here, looking for Trent Taylor on that left side. Cam Newton drops back. He's going to fire this one. This is to Dez Bryant, who's going to get wrapped up short of the first. Down to the 7 at 4th and 4. And they're going to go for it, because if they turn it over, they're stuck at the 7, which is pretty good for the Panthers. Incomplete, intended for Trent Taylor that time. He's going to turn the ball over on downs. Brings the Chiefs out on offense, looking to score. Dropping back, slings it. That's to Sammy Watkins. Brought down by Eric Berry. Moves him down to the 22-yard line. Here we go. Mahomes in the gun with number 31 to his right. It's a drop play to number 31, who's wrapped up. There's a flag on the play, though. It's going to be holding on the offense. It's not a great start for the Chiefs this time. Now that's going to bring up first and 20 for the Kansas City Chiefs.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Coming to you. Coming to you.
Slings it outside and caught by number 17. Moving the chains just a few yards. That's Hardman. I believe that's Mecole Hardman. Another dump off. That's Hardman once again, and wrapped up by Kuechly that time. And that's going to bring a close to the third quarter of play. Carolina leads by 3 scores. A 21-point lead as the Panthers stay in control of this game. Slings it on 3rd and 16 to Hardman, and once again, no luck. Brings up 4th and 11. Nice job, Eric Reed, to wrap him up that time. But they're going to go for it this time. They need this first down. Mahomes fires, incomplete for Hardman. Hardman, the favorite target on this drive, and he dropped it. Beautiful pass coverage. That's going to bring out Jordan Scarlett. And a handoff to Scarlett. Gets a block and wrapped up there by number 29 after a gain of 6. Looking for the lead read option once again. And he wants that outside. And that's Cam Newton on a big hit from number 55. Brings up a 1st and 10. DJ Moore to the far right side. Watch him back off. Incomplete for DJ Moore. Beautiful coverage there by the Chiefs. They were draped right all over him. Des Bryant to the right. Curtis Samuel far left. Dropping back. Firing. And that's a wide open Curtis Samuel. As he catches his first touchdown of the... Oh, no, his second receiving touchdown today. I was going to say his first of the season, but that's technically his first 2 touchdowns of the season come today. 42-14. Nice job by Carolina so far as they've steadily taken the drive and pounded. They've done their motto, keep pounding, which is something they have done. Back to return, number 39 brings it out to the 28. Jamal Agnew. Here we go. Here's Mahomes in the gun with 8:36 left in the game for them. No pressure. Going deep. That's caught by Tyreek Hill, who tries to keep breaking tackles down to the 27. A big play there for the Chiefs to move the chains. That's Tyreek Hill one-on-one against Dante Jackson. Firing to Travis Kelce, who breaks a tackle, moves him down to the 15, a gain of 12.
Here we go. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Draw play and wrapped up there by number 50.
Oh, yeah.
That's Christian Miller.
Set the tone, defense.
Holmes looking for points here. He fires. That's caught. And immediately wrapped up Hardman
That's it, baby.
on that play.
I got 15. I got 15. Single.
Quick screen and wrapped up Hill by Kuechly and Jackson.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
The field goal from Adam Vinatieri gives them 3 more points. Brings them 3 points closer. But they still have a long way to go, and the kickoff by Colquitt. Back to return is DeAndrew White. White in stride. DeAndrew White down the sideline. Will he do it? Yes, he will. DeAndrew White goes the distance. His 5th career kick return for a touchdown. He had 4 in his first season. He had 4 last season. He's got 1 already in game 3. Makes a beautiful jump cut. Breaks through a shoestring tackle and goes the distance. Oh my goodness. This game is getting out of hand when you've got our kick return specialist doing things like that. Kansas City gets to return and they get to drive down again. And hopefully perform something more than a field goal. Christian Miller to wrap up Jamal Agnew on the return, shy of the 24th, or shy of the 25 of the 24.
Let's go. Check 59. Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight.
In the gun, drops back, slings it, and that's 2 Number 17, it's a fumble, and it's scooped up by Brian Burns, and another turnover by this Chiefs offense. Good Lord, is this team on fire. In a bad way. The Chiefs are burning, man. The Chiefs are sinking. They're building on fire, and that's a tried strip tackle by Chris Jones. Jordan Scarlett might not hit 100 yards today, but we're going to attempt. We'll try and get him up there. Greg Olsen motions left. It's another handoff to Scarlett, and Scarlett met again. Number 57, Brilliant Speaks. Scarlett still in the backfield. Play action. Puts it up. And intercepted by number 35, Ward. Travius Ward with his first pick of the game. And that's the first turnover that Kansas City has forced. Dropping back. He slings it, and that's to Hardman once again. Mecole Hardman, the favorite target of Patrick Mahomes today.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Firing outside, number 31 moves the chains down to the 37. Mahomes in the gun. Empty set. He's looking. He's slinging this one. Downfield for Sammy Watkins. Down to the 11-yard line. A bomb of a play. Sammy Watkins just absolutely mosses Eric Reed. And maybe it is time for Eric Reed to be released. Maybe we'll look to trade after this game. Which I think, and I tried to do last week, but maybe we'll try and trade Eric Reed to a team that needs a safety. I don't know of many teams that need a safety, but if we could trade Eric Reed to a team that needs a safety for a tight end to replace Greg Olsen, as that's a Tyreek Hill touchdown. That's his second today, and that brings Kansas City even closer, but there's a booth review. And skipping it, and it's upheld because he caught it 2 feet down. Still have a ways to go. They still have a lot of points. They're still down by 25 points. That's still 3 scores. And they only have 3.5 minutes left with Carolina's deadly offense that still comes back on the field. Here's Colquitt to kick off. Oh, but it's an onside kick. Returned by Bradbury. And he's going to get brought down at the 46. Like I was saying, we trade Eric Reed to a team that needs a strong safety for a tight end that might have more time playing, at least going into the future. Nice run there, and that brings him to 82 yards for Jordan Scarlett. Averaging 7 yards after contact for Jordan. I don't know. I'm trying to make ways that I don't have to re-sign Greg Olsen, but still get value out of Greg Olsen. Here we go. Here's Cam Newton. And he's going to dive. Touchdown, Cam Newton. Like I said, the Panthers are still dangerous, and they need to come back. But the Chiefs, I just feel like it's a lost cause. Letting Eric Reed to a team that needs a safety, or to a team that can A, afford him, and B, gives us a third tight end so that Ian Thomas and then Jeremy Sprinkle start, will free up some cap space for us, and we can trade Greg Olsen and Gerald McCoy to a team that needs, or we can trade each one to teams that need them. But I think right now, the way that Gerald McCoy's playing, I'm removing him from the trade block. McCoy has 2 sacks today, and I'm not going to discredit that. Nice. Oh, incomplete, but almost a nice catch by Hardman that time. Gerald McCoy has played very well so far this season with 4 sacks in under 4 games. He motions Gus Edwards to the right, and he empties it out. 2 tight ends. He's looking, but sacked. That's Vernon Butler. And Vernon Butler has another sack on the season. How many sacks is that for Vernon? That's 2 this season so far, and the few snaps that he's gotten. Like I said, Gerald McCoy might be worth trading. Same with Kawan Shorts. Getting rid of one or both of them might be a good idea. Here's our catch by Sammy Watkins to pick up players that could be better, that could play just as well. Vernon Butler's made some plays as well, and I think that Gerald McCoy, finding a team that has stuff that we want, or players that we want, or even players and picks that they're willing to trade. Here's DeAndrew White back to return this punt. He's going to tried to cut inside. He's going to try and skirt the sideline, but that brings down to the 21-yard line. 2-minute warning now for the Panthers.
Look at it. 44 is the mic. Go, go, go.
Going deep for Dez. Tipped up, almost picked. I really want to get his yardage up. That's what I'm trying to do. That's why I'm going deep to Dez Bryant a lot, is because I'm trying to get Dez Bryant's receiving yardage as well as Cam Newton's passing yardage up. Dropping back, there's the pressure. There's the Dez one-on-one matchup. This time, Dez Bryant comes down with it. Another 56 yards added to Cam Newton's passing total. I think we're going to re-sign Cam Newton. I think he's going to be good for a couple more years. And I think he could be good for a couple more years. Cam Newton rolling out. No pressure. That's Ian Thomas with a catch. And that's why I want to give him more reps. Because he goes and makes those kinds of catches. This is his first reception today. The 1-yard line. And we're motioning Sprinkle here. We're looking for Ian Thomas. Caught. Touchdown, Ian. Nice catch. And touchdown for Ian Thomas. This Panthers team has some assets they can look to get rid of. And that means that we could trade people. Again, like I've said, we can trade some people for draft picks, for players. I mean, draft picks at the worst is us getting rid of a player that we don't need for draft picks. And then us signing somebody on our practice squad who can fill the role as a backup. Like I said, Greg Olsen hasn't, I mean, my tight ends haven't really gotten involved all that much this season. Ian Thomas has played a very solid job. Greg Olsen hasn't really been missed. And as much as he's a veteran, as much as he's a Carolina Panthers veteran, there's the pressure. And that's a big hit from Eric Reed. He just clocked him. I just foresee the trades that we need to make are going to be available. Another quick pass, and that time caught by Hardman, who makes a difficult catch. So after this game, which we're going to do, we're going to go trade a couple. We're going to go look for some trades. And if we can't find anything, we'll wait another week. We tried to trade for them last week before we advanced the weeks. Kuechly forces a fumble and James Bradbury to scoop it up, and Bradbury is wrapped up by Mahomes. How fast is Patrick Mahomes? Bradbury brings it down, and that's going to end the game. Chiefs not able to win, but the Panthers able to come away with another win like they already have. Twice. They've come to 3-0 as the Chiefs go to 1-2. I think we have a lot of players that could be potentially traded for better talent to allow more talent. So we did not pass for as many yards as I would have liked. We did run for just as many as I was okay with. We had 6 takeaways. They had 1. They had 1 interception on us. Cam Newton had a phenomenal game. Our team comes out the victors. Here's a look at the post-game stats. Panthers, Cam Newton 18 for 32, 352, 4 touchdowns to 1 pick. Jordan Scarlett went 20 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown. Cam Newton had a rushing touchdown, and DJ Moore had a rushing touchdown. Receiving, Des Bryant had 6 receptions for 159 yards and a touchdown. Ian Thomas, 2 for 23 and a touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 2 for 70 and 2 touchdowns. Curtis Samuel getting really involved today off of 2 receptions. We only allowed 1 sack. Defensively, Trey Boston led with with 8 solo tackles and 6 assisted tackles and 14 total tackles. Luke Kuechly had 3 tackles for a loss. Gerald McCoy had 2 sacks. Kawan Short had a sack. Vernon Butler had a sack, and Shaquem Griffin had a sack. 1 pick by James Bradbury. Oh, let's see. 3 pass deflections by Eric Reed. 4 forced fumbles by Kuechly, and 1 by Gerald McCoy. Lots of fumble recoveries by all of them. And defensive touchdowns, had none, unfortunately. But guess what? Kick return. DeAndrew White had a 97-yard kick return touchdown for his 5th in his career. I really hope that Madden gets that return specialist skill to be here soon. That would be great. I would love to have that skill for one of my players. So, 3 players get to level up. Darrell Williams, my right tackle, gets to boost up that agile blocker on the right side. Moves that up to 79. Shaquem Griffin gets to level up his speed rusher, which he's already fast. He's going to get even faster and even better. I mean, look at his ratings. He's getting so good. His 78 finesse move, he's going to be a dominant player going forward. And then we need to boost Alex Arma to be a better blocking back. It's going to boost him to a 70, and he's getting better slowly but surely. And then, like I said, so my roster, we're going to go look to trade some players. Let's see. Let me take a look at my practice squad. What positions do I have? I don't have any safeties. I don't have any tight ends. And I don't have any D linemen. So, that means that safety, I have to trade Eric Reed, if I'm going to trade him, to a team that can give me a tight end, and then trade Greg Olsen to a team. So these guys could use someone younger. Clinton Dix wouldn't be a bad choice, but he's 27. These guys don't really need a tight end, do they? Now they have Tyler Eifert and CJ Uzoma. Tyler Eifert, who's 29, he still has plenty of time left. Still, they wouldn't be able to take the cap. That's the problem. So looking at strong safeties, so the Bears, potentially. Definitely the Broncos. Broncos definitely need a safety. Sua Cravens is good. He's 25. He's got good hit power. Look at his hit power. 83. It's pretty good. Now Eric Reed has like 95. But I'd be going for, the reason that I would trade him is because I'd be going to the pack. I want to see a team that's actually in need of a safety. The Cowboys need a safety. Their 4th need is strong safety. But they don't want Eric Reed, though, I guess. He's a $5.2 million cap hit. Packers don't need one. The Saints, I don't think need one. Nope. Seahawks, who's their strong safety? Tavon Wilson, Jalen Watkins, and Marquise Blair. Now, see, the problem is that I'm trying to trade to a team that has tight end that I want. So let's start back at the beginning. The Bears, do they have a tight end that's worth trading for? They have Adam Shaheen, Ben Brownecker, They can't take the cap, though. That's the problem. Who else wants them? The Broncos could take the cap hit, depending on who their tight ends are. They have Jake Butt and Noah Fant. I like Jake Butt. I also like Noah Fant. He has star development. Does Jake Butt have star development? No. He has normal development, unfortunately, which sucks. The Browns at tight end have David Njoku and Demetrius Harris. And Demetrius Harris has no development, but David Njoku does. Patriots want a strong safety, huh? Who are their tight ends? Corey Peppers, who's their rookie. See, they can't afford it. They can see a lot of these teams can't afford the cap, except the Seahawks, who can, and they don't have any tight ends I want. They have DK Metcalf, but I doubt they'd give him up. I'm going to try it. We'll see. Wow. Wow. Are you kidding me? We just traded Eric Reed for DK Metcalf. And DK Metcalf is someone I could technically play at tight end. Okay, so here we go. Here we're in possession of this. Let me look at wide. I want to see. Hold on, I passed it. I want to see how much he weighs. He's 228 pounds. But he has 95 speed. I don't want to get rid of Dez Bryant, but I might be able to, and I might need to, because there's no such thing as too many wide receivers. We'll fit him in. When Dez Bryant retires, we'll have him. Greg Olsen, you're being traded. My feet are tingling. Sorry, they're falling asleep. Saints... Or not the Saints. I want the Packers. They want a tight end. I want Adrian Amos. And that would put them over the salary cap, which is a problem. Do they want... What about Kawan Short? They don't want Kawan Short. What about Gerald McCoy? They'll take Gerald McCoy. I highly doubt they'll give me their free safety. I would love Darnell Savage because he's 23. How old is Adrian Amos? So, the reason I'd need Adrian Amos is because of how expensive he is. But now this means that I can go after one of their tight ends, possibly Jimmy Graham, someone who is on a one-year contract, or I need $5 million. In cap hit. That's the problem. I need to take $5 million off of them. Zadarius Smith. They signed Bruce Irvin, who we had at one point. Blake Martinez. Preston Smith. Okay, I'm going to try that, and I'm just going to try and sign one of their lower overall players, like a lower overall wide receiver or a tight end. They don't really have a tight end I want. I mean, they have Jay Sternberger, but that doesn't give me enough. I need 800. I need 800,000. Puts them close with DJ Jones. They don't like that. They don't want that. Will they take that? No, that's going to put them over the salary. See, that's the problem, is that it'll put them over the salary, and I don't have a middle linebacker to send them. I have some D tackles. I mean, I could move one of them to D tackle. I could move one of my ends to D tackle short, or Vernon Butler. All right, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to move. You see, let's move Kawan Short to D tackle. And that'll make him a what overall? Make him an 88 overall D tackle that we're trading. Now he still has some time left on his contract. He's good for us, but if we can throw him in a trade with somebody, I mean, why not? Trade away. Going to the Packers. They really need a D tackle, and they really can't afford see, I'd need to trade for another big money player to take the money off of their hands. And they don't really have anybody who is cheap enough, but also low enough overall for me to take. I mean, maybe Lane Taylor. Maybe Jimmy Graham. I mean, if I take Jimmy Graham off their hands, that takes into some of ours. Yeah, they don't want that. Now they're interested, I guarantee they're interested in that. They just can't afford it. That's the problem. Devontae Adams. No, they definitely don't want that. So I'm gonna have to move him back to the end. We'll see. The Saints were another team, and they need a right end. So if I move Kawan Short to right end, he goes back to an 85. But that is scheme fit for them. So the Saints, and that means that I could take Ronald Darby, Marcus Davenport, and I'll even take Malcolm Brown off their hands. They don't want that. That does free up $4 million for him, which means that I could send them. No, I couldn't send him Greg Olsen because I would put him over. Wow, that Kawan Short is so expensive. What if I sent them Gerald McCoy instead? I have decent interest in that. Take out Marcus Davenport, who's the only person I want. Like, literally, I want Ronald Darby and Marcus Davenport. And they don't really seem to want to give me that. I think they'll take that. But I don't want Malcolm Brown. That's the problem. You see my conundrum? Do you see my conundrum? Is that I want Marcus Davenport and Ronald Darby, and I'll even take Eli Apple. Now, they don't want that. And they can't do that because that puts them over the salary cap. What if I sent them another player? What if I sent them a cheap player? I don't want to send them Elijah Holyfield. I have wide receivers, though. I could send them... That's not what I meant. I need one of their cheapy crap players. Nick Easton is taking up $4 million in cap space. He's their backup center. Well, that means that I can afford... Let's try that. I don't know why they don't want to do that. He doesn't even have star development. They just don't want to give up Ronald Darby What if I send them Kawan Short? See, that's going to put them well over, so I take Gerald McCoy out of the equation. Even with, Jesus, Gerald McCoy's, Kawan Short's contract is so expensive. I will do player for player. How about for Ronald Darby? Dolphins want him. But again, they don't have anyone. The only person I want is Minkah Fitzpatrick, and they will not give me that. Falcons. Did they have anybody worthwhile? Keanu Neal, Cardo Allen, and DeMonte KZ. They also have Desmond Trufant, but he's up there in age though, unfortunately. Devondre Campbell. Attack McKinley. And Vic Beasley, but Vic Beasley is 28. Who do they have at tight end? Okay, well, I will trade you. Is he still an X Factor? No, he's just a superstar. I'll trade you for him. That means we'll take Gerald McCoy too, huh? No? You want Kawan. Giants will take him, and the Giants have Julius Peppers, who's 24. I'll send you Gerald McCoy, too. Wow, they still don't want it. Okay, I'll send you my tight end as well. I'll send you all 3 of my expensive players. For Jabril Peppers. Wow, they still don't want to give him up. Okay. They really don't have much. I want Jabril Peppers. That's really the only player that I want. They have Rodney McLeod, who's 30. Too old. They just don't have anybody. I really wish that I had 2K so I could just see, you know, so I could just see who wants my players. Jaguars can't afford him. You know, a lot of these teams just cannot afford him. I need to find $3.5 million to get rid of off the Patriots, and the Patriots don't have any players that I want. Same thing with the Raiders. If I would trade for the Raiders, I'd want their strong safety, Carl Joseph, who I think is hurt, more than likely. I want Gary Conley then. Yeah. It's just their contracts are just too expensive, and it just makes it so much more difficult to trade them. The Saints would take him, but they don't want to give me who I want. Because he's too expensive. Even if I took Ronald Darby, they don't want it. Not interested. But it says they're interested. Even if I throw them Gerald McCoy. Not interested. If I threw them one of my corners, I guarantee you they'd be happy. Let's see. But they couldn't afford it. That's the problem. I'm not going to throw them any of my corners because my corners are good. I mean, maybe Eric Berry, but again, he's just as expensive. He's also the only scheme-fit corner I have. Fine, then I want Marcus Davenport. And they'll take that. So get rid of an old guy for a young guy. Whoa, what? Whoa, what? cause the Saints to exceed the league salary cap. Okay, fine. Then I'll take your backup center. Let me look at his contract. He's good until 2022. I'll probably throw him in a trade. Actually, I'm not trading Joe McCoy. He's got 4 sacks. He's not for trade. Kawan Short, however, I'm willing to trade, but I need a team that can actually afford him. Or that has it, or that is willing to give up a player of magnitude. You gonna give me Khalil Mack? Didn't think so. What's Eddie Jackson's hit power? You gonna give me Eddie Jackson? Didn't think so. Gonna give me Kyle Fuller? Didn't think so. I don't want Allen Robinson. I don't want any DNs. I don't want Trey Burton. I'll take Leonard Floyd. That actually might work. What's his contract good till? Oh, his contract's expiring, which means that I would need to re-sign him. I don't want to do that. Okay. Greg Olson's going to stay on the trade block. I'm going to put Kawan Short on the trade block, and I'll even put Joe McCoy on the trade block. And I think that's it. None of the teams that I was trying to get players from wanted to give me anybody. So unfortunately, not able to make a trade. We did get some XP for our linebackers, which was nice. And we're going to go ahead and try and negotiate a contract with Cam because I plan on keeping Cam for a couple more years. I think 3 years too long. But I think a $97.6 million offer. Beautiful. Over 3 years. 44 mil. That works for me. So we've got Cam Newton re-signed. He's back. Weekly awards. Who won it? Kuechly and Cam Newton both won Offensive and Defensive NFC Player of the Week. So we're on the bye week. We're just going to go ahead and do it because there isn't really much for us to do. And so this episode is going to be a little bit longer. I guess rest and relaxation will work. And that'll help the morale. +2 injury, plus morale. People are less prone to injuries. We're going to scout some players. We traded our strong safety, so I have to look for one. Actually, what that means that Eric Berry is going back to strong safety. And that okay, which means that Eric Berry is going to be moving back to strong safety. If you look at my corners, I have 5 corners exactly. I'm going to move Eric Berry back to strong safety. He goes up to an 83, actually. And he's scheme fit as well. In zone. He's going to help solidify that defense. Which means that I can go to free agents and I can sign a corner who hopefully is young and might have good development or re-sign Howard Wilson. But I need a zone corner. That's Greg Stroman. He's the highest overall rated. 79 zone. Actually, we have a practice squad for a reason. Do I have any corners? I do. I have Cornell Armstrong, Aaron Bowers, Quinston Kitchens. Sorry about that. I guess I have an update file. He is far from man. Or from zone. Aaron Bowers. I don't mean to keep doing that. We can level up. We'll boost his zone. I think it's +3 zone coverage. He has horrendous man coverage and horrendous press. But he's young. He's a rookie out of Baylor. Aaron Bowers. You're going to be one of my corners. Welcome. Which means I have to move somebody to my practice squad, which I have plenty of receivers to do that. So we're going to move Anthony Johnston down to my practice squad. Trade offers for Kawan Shorts. Draft picks. That's all they're willing to give up. And that's 2 years from now. Not this year's draft, but next year's draft. No interest. Okay. Let's go ahead and hop into this. Hopefully it won't take too long, and then we'll move to the next week. So this is an extended episode because of the bye week. But then after that, it'll be over. I'm sorry it's taken so long. It's going to be close to a 2-hour episode, I think. Something like that. It's going to be crazy.
Guys,
So we're just gonna
watch the film from yesterday, and I hope everyone knows it wasn't good enough. Today's practice has got...
Ready?
Let's go ahead and skip the tutorial, of course. And we're gonna go for gold because why not?
Set. 180. Set. 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 What do you have?
Crap. Not what I meant to do. We're gonna get gold. We have to. I'm not gonna settle for anything less.
Ready? What do you have? Set. What do you have?
And beautiful. That's a gold. Beautiful. Oh, and it's for play action blitzes. Zone blitzes is what we're practicing on defense. This will be fun. Eric Berry, I think it's safety. He's already been. He played safety to start, but we moved him to a corner because we had a bigger needed corner. Nope.
Hey. 180.
Crap. Gotta get it. Come on. Ow. I missed it. I missed the sack.
Here we go. Here we go. Step 180. What is
There we go. That's what we're looking for.
ready? Like 80. What is
There you go.
Here we go. Set 180. Ready.
Nice. 2 more.
Set
Come on.
180. What is
Ah! Now we gotta start all over. See, that's the thing I hate, is that I wish you could just start it over by the rep. But
What is
there we go.
Ready.
Maybe Luke Kuechly is the key.
Set.
Yeah! There we go.
Ready. Ready. What is
Okay, I'll take the pass broken up. Eric Berry, you gotta pick those.
Here we go. Set 180. What is
That's a sack.
What is Set 180.
Come on, one more time, Keek.
What is
Wrapped up. Beautiful. Gold. Nice. Beautiful. Bye week. Ends the way that I want it. Lots of XP. So we're going to advance to the next week. So Jermaine Carter Jr. is now available to play, which is nice. Appreciated you involving me. It's boring how they're just running around. 3+ touchdowns or 150+ yards rushing receiving with Curtis Samuel. So Curtis Samuel is frustrated as well, but which is weird because he just got 2 touchdowns. Okay. Any more trade offers? Still just New York and Houston. We have the cap space to take him. And that's 3 draft picks. That's the 3rd, 5th, and 7th in the 2022 draft. 2020, that's 2 years from now. I mean, it might be worth it then, but Kawan Short's still on our team for another couple years. I mean, Greg Olsen for 2 more years. I think he's... Same thing with Eric Berry. I mean, I'd want to re-sign him for another year. I wouldn't want to re-sign him for another 3 years. So I might look to trade him. He might be going on the trade block as well, actually. If I can get some offers for him. However, Taylor Moton... 4-year deal. Beautiful. So Taylor Moton's good until he's 30. So my left tackle is taken care of. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. We're going 3-0 already, going up against the Atlanta Falcons, a division rival. We're hoping we can beat them tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Hope you guys had a great time. Thanks for the support. Make sure to leave a like and comment if you have any ideas on things I could do, people I could trade for. Other than that, have a good one, and I'll catch you guys next time.